What's up, YouTube? I'm home alone right now and I'm pretty fucking bored. So I was like, why not share a funny but, cautionary tale? Why you shouldn't do love magic on a specific person, okay? And I learned this lesson before I was even a witch, and the story is kind of funny. So, but please, I hope this story helps people realize why you should not do this. I was like 16 or 17. I was a junior in high school. There was a boy in my class. He was a senior. And when I first met him, I was scared of him. I didn't feel attracted to him. And then later on, we developed more, like, we talked more and we developed, like, a deeper friendship. And then I started to have a big crush on him. And his name was Ethan. And, Um, so this connection was short-lived, okay, but it was strongly felt, okay, and it's because I got magic involved, okay. I was not even a witch yet. I had no idea about anything about witchcraft. I was curious about it, but like I didn't even know if it's real or not, if it's like bullshit or not. I had no knowledge, no experience, and I was on social media and okay, wait, first let me explain a little bit more about me and this boy. Just to give like okay, we were already naturally having starting to develop like a really good friendship. I used to like dress pretty I used to look pretty eccentric. Like I used to color my hair crazy colors and I used to wear colorful flashy color clothes and I used to dress pretty alternatively, and this boy, he looked very simple, he looked very normal, he looked very generic, and he looked perfect, and not just physically, but also his character. I found it perfect, and he was a Capricorn. I'm a Sagittarius, but anyways, um, he was a Capricorn, okay, and I started to have such a big crush on him, and I started trying so hard to get closer to him, but like we already like it was interesting because we had a lot in common because like he looks very normal, but when we kept talking, like we learned that we have a lot of shared like we had a lot in common and like it was pretty nerdy from our childhood and I was surprised I met somebody else in my town, let alone this boy who looks normal and hot and popular and stuff like that. And he was also a nerd when he was younger, the same way that I was. And we even looked funny together because, like I said, I dressed pretty alternatively and he looked very normal. But, yeah, so I think he started liking me a lot too because we were really bonding together and we started talking on the phone all the time. And most at this point, most of my relationships, I never really liked anyone. They would approach me, but this boy, I was like trying more than I normally ever did. And like I was bringing him dessert that my mom made, and like we were holding hands even though we weren't together yet, and we didn't know each other that long, but we did develop like this deep connection. We had like super like unique things in common, like things shared like similar experience in our childhoods or likes and interests and like the things that we used to love or like video games like nerdy shit, but like it was very uncommon game that we both loved, and like we used to watch the same YouTube channel, and it's like even more weird because it's like it was not common. It was so nerdy and weird that like I never met anyone else in my real life who knew what I was talking about, and for him to know what I was talking about, it was just amazing. And I think he felt the same way. And so it was a cute little bonding and I was surprised that this cute boy would be into that, the same thing I was into. Anyway, so like yeah, and mm, yeah, so then I was on social media and I found like witch accounts. I found shops, witch shops, witches offering magical services, like spells for money. And I was so curious. Like, I really did not do this with the intention of thinking like this will work. Like I was just like I just want to see what happens, you know? I really was naive and unaware of how true it is or not, or how if it's bad or not. I had no idea. And that's how I learned. Anyways, I paid like 20 fucking dollars for a love spell on this boy, Ethan. Like so we can fall in love, he can fall in love with me, we're in a relationship and everything. That's why I got the spell, and it did work in the beginning, and then I left her a good review, and soon after that it just went to shit. You know what I mean? Like it did work, and then it just went to shit. And he ended up just breaking up with me, and it hurt me so badly, more than usual. And it's weird because yeah, it just hurt me more than I usually was hurt in a breakup. Like abnormally I was feeling like pain, and like I was crying in front of my friends at a tea shop in public, and this is just not something I would normally do, especially for somebody I was not really involved with for a long time. So it felt abnormally painful emotionally, and it felt pretty karmic, and it just ruined my fucking connection with this boy that we naturally had a good connection. Yeah, I made a mistake, but I think I liked him so much that I wanted to try to secure us. But I really didn't know that magic is real or not. So I didn't expect it to work. But like I was like I guess I liked him so much that I just really wanted to secure it for myself, to be with him and like stay with him or like love each other. And it just went horribly wrong, and it ended, and n- never talked again after that. And yeah, it hurt me abnormally, like badly. And yeah, he just ended it with me out of nowhere, and it was already going good naturally. Anyways, so then soon after that, I stumbled upon an article, and I still have it bookmarked because I found this like soon after that happened, and I kept it, saved it because it's fucking true. Um, and it's about why you should not do a love spell on a specific person, and everything they said is true. So I kept it as, to remember this. So this article basically says three main outcomes that will happen if you do a love spell on a specific person, and they are all bad outcomes. Like because I basically learned from this article that like it's you're messing with somebody's free will when you do that on a specific person, and that's why it's bad, and that's why it always goes wrong. Um, so the first outcome is basically that like you're sending out that energy for them to fall in love with you. It's gonna also boomerang back to you. You're going to also fall madly in love with them, and but you will end up like in a codependent type of relationship with them. It will involve like abuse, very toxic, very awful relationship, which is not good to have or want. Like you're not gonna be happy at that point. The next outcome is basically that it does work and they fall hopelessly in love with you, but now they look like a fool, like they're acting foolishly, and then you stop being so attracted to them, and it makes them miserable, and they're still obsessed with you, and they're bothering you and harassing you and stuff like that. That's the second bad outcome. The third one, which is the least bad, but it's still not nice, is basically they resist the spell, and then but it still hits you, and like you will be pining for this person longer than you like would normally, so you'll be more like missing them, wanting them even more than normal, and it's gonna hurt you more, and they leave you basically, and so you ruin anything that was already building, like even if you didn't do the magic, and like there was already like a relationship there, like it's just taken away from you and you ruin it. Um, you've now cast a spell of unhappiness on yourself. Until it wears off or the spell is successfully broken, this presents a challenge to your moods, your ability to focus, and any other romantic relationships you are or may have otherwise been involved with. This is the outcome that I got. It ended so out of nowhere, and it hurt me so badly, and I felt like it hit me, and I was missing him for a while after that, and it was very abnormal. It's not how I usually react or feel about things. It felt very weirdly strong, this this loss, like it felt very unnatural. So yeah, I learned my lesson not to do a love spell on a specific person, and I hope you can learn from my fuck ups. um And even though I didn't do the magic myself because I wasn't a witch, I still paid someone else to do it. It was my intention to for them to, involve me and for him to fall in love with me. And it just bit me in the ass so badly. And I do think that if I didn't do this spell, that we would have had a better connection, or if it ended, it would have ended in a better way. It was so weird. And also, this is random, but like they were religious, and that's why they broke up with me. They said that, like, because I'm not religious and because I'm not in his church, like, he cannot be with me. But that's so weird because I knew him already. I had like a deep connection with him, and I didn't know that about him. I didn't know he was religious. And then after that, I found out he is. Like, I knew I was friends with someone else, and they said that they go to the same church, and I was like, so confused because I didn't know about that, and we were already developing like a nice deep connection. It just hurt me, it sucked. And like um that's why they broke up with me basically. But like we were already having a good connection, and then it just fucking destroyed. And why you should not do love magic on a specific person. But this article does explain a solution, or like middle ground for this, is that you can do love magic, but just do it in a general way. Like, just try to attract love in general, because then you're leaving it up to the universe and you're not trying to fuck with somebody's free will. And when you do a general love spell, like, oh, I have true love in my life now, I have my true love, I've met my true love now, it's more general and healthy, and like it's not going to go bad. But yeah, this is, I hope you can learn from my mistakes and or my successes in future videos. Hope it helped you. This is kind of funny to share and like reflect about, because this was a few years ago. And I learned this important magical lesson even before I was a witch. And I learned it from, actually experimenting and trying to pay somebody else to do a spell for me. At this time I did not know if I believed it or not. I really didn't think it'd work. But after that, I learned a lot of things from this mistake. Is that, first of all, magic is real. Second of all, this is why you should not do a love spell on a certain boy or girl or anything else in between. Um yeah, stay safe and take care. Bye.